Emergency phones are located all over campus, and with a push of a button, a police officer will arrive in a matter of minutes. The University Police collaborated with the Office of Inclusion and Intercultural Relations to form the Adopt a Cop program. University of Illinois student Lindsay Johnson was accused with first-degree murder after allegedly suffocating her newborn baby at Bowsfield Hall. TSA PreCheck makes it possible for passengers to go through airport security more quickly. Bernie Sanders supporters began lining up at the Arc at 5:30 a.m., even though the rally didn't begin until 3 p.m. Just one day after the announcement came out that Lovie Smith is the new football coach for Illinois, stores on campus already have shirts like these available for students to purchase online, and they should be in stock in stores later this week. The Non-Tenured Faculty Coalition at Illinois began in 2011, and they've never had a contract. They have been working with the University of Illinois to change this for 18 months.
We began negotiations in early October of 2014, and our last negotiation day was last Saturday, April 30th, 2016, so you can count the days, many of them.
Members of the NTFC stood striking in front of the English building last week and the week before for better contracts and higher wages. Over the weekend, they drafted a tentative agreement with the university, which will be voted on Thursday. The NTFC met with the university for 12 hours on Saturday to negotiate a tentative agreement for non-tenured faculty. They were prepared to continue striking, but since an agreement was reached, they decided to put an end to it.
Anytime instruction is disrupted for our students, that's a challenge, and we want to make sure we resolve it. And really, more importantly, we're just very happy that we're all focused on the same goals and we found a common path to achieve them.
The key provisions of the agreement include increased job security, salary increases, notice rights of employment status, and more inclusion in the faculty governance.
Once a person has worked here for 5 years, they will get an annual notification that will let them know their status a year in advance.
The NTFC says they are the core of undergraduate education and should be treated accordingly.
Being valued isn't just expressed by saying you're valued. Being valued is expressed by deeds, and the contract is such a thing.
More details about the agreement in place between NTFC and the University of Illinois will be available on Thursday after voting takes place. In Urbana, I'm Shannon Kelly, UI7 News. Most people that fly on a regular basis dread the long security lines that accompany many airports. By completing a background check and paying $85 a year, passengers are able to go through shorter security lines by enrolling in TSA PreCheck. U of I Seniors says this feature makes traveling more enjoyable.
You go into this nice little room, you keep your shoes on, you keep your laptop in your bag, everything goes through the machine, you do the millimeter wave, and you're out. I've never taken more than 15 minutes.
The TSA PreCheck initiative was first created in 2001 and has been used at Willard Airport for over a year now. Passengers who wish to enroll must make an appointment at one of the locations offering background checks and fingerprinting. For the first time, this service will be provided at Willard Airport starting in April.
April 25th to May 6th. We have an enrollment center here at the airport where people can go online, they can fill out the pre-enrollment forms, get an appointment, and then come here to Willard Airport to get the pre-check process completed.
To be eligible, you must be a U.S. citizen. After showing proof of citizenship with a passport, birth certificate, or driver's license, you'll go through fingerprinting and a background check. If your application is approved, you'll receive a known traveler number, which will appear on future boarding passes. By enrolling in TSA PreCheck, you'll be able to leave items like your laptop in your bag and leave a light jacket on when you go through security. You can also leave on shoes and belts and leave 311 liquid items in your bag. In Champaign, I'm Shannon Kelly, UI7 News. Kayla Israel started singing in her living room when she was 3 years old. When she turned 8, she got a guitar for her birthday. Now she's a part of the Showstoppers performance group at Class Acts, where she met some of her best friends.
The first thing I actually did when I moved to Champaign was I went to Class Act. My dad, he needed something, our house wasn't ready yet, so he took me to Class Act for a few hours to wait it out. And Ellison and Anna, they're two of the people who were performing here. They were the first two people I met in Champaign.
People coming to the Champaign Public Library to check out books also got to check out a performance by Class Act, a musical theater group of students. Kayla was one of the 9 students performing in the Beatles medley. Class Act has musical theater classes for all ages, ranging from toddlers to adults. Director of Class Act says the Showstoppers group, which is made up of middle schoolers, gives these kids a sense of belonging.
In middle school, especially when fitting in and getting along with people can sometimes be challenging, I think it's a fabulous thing for these kids to have this group of kids who really share their passion, and they don't have to worry about being teased, which unfortunately sometimes happens, and just can come here every Sunday, and it's like a little family that they get to perform with.
Kayla proves this to be true as she has built strong connections through music.
Music is kind of a way of connecting with people because most of my friends most of my closest friends are through music. Like the people in Class Act are almost my family, my bandmates, they're really close to me. Yeah, it's kind of like a way of connection.
No matter what she does with music, Kayla has a bright future ahead of her. In Champaign, I'm Shannon Kelly, UI7 News. U of I's men's basketball team will have a new home while they wait for renovations to the State Farm Center to be completed. UI7's Alex Ortiz has more on how the team and the fans are liking their temporary venue. One bike crash was prevented earlier this month thanks to a police officer's quick reaction. The police says the baby was born at a U of I dorm and was later found dead. UI7's Jessica Ramos has more on the investigation. Many environmentalists are celebrating as President Obama shut down the proposed Keystone XL pipeline on Friday. Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is popular with many young voters, which could explain why he stopped at the U of I this weekend. Urbana today with warm temperatures and sunny skies. Currently it's a little cloudy and we're just starting to see some sprinkles. For your fastcast tonight, it's currently 64 degrees with winds coming from the west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. For local temperatures, lots of 60s. We have 64 in Champaign-Urbana, 65 in Bloomington-Normal, and 64 in Decatur. National temperatures look a little bit warmer in the south with 74 in Atlanta and 73 in Dallas. Tomorrow we'll have some showers with the temperature at 57 degrees and wind from the north-northwest at 22 miles per hour.